replacing the oil pan in my LBZ, and I've never replaced the oil pan in anything before, but shouldn't be too hard. Just gonna drop the cross member out of the way and throw the new oil pan up. I gotta go to Napa and get some more engine oil to replace the stuff that I take out of it, but that shouldn't be a problem. I'm on my way there now, then I'll be heading to the garage. So. Made it to the garage, got all my supplies, and this utility body here. I'm actually starting to really like the utility body, even though it's only been 2 seconds, because I have a place to put stuff and it's easy to get to. But I got oil, brake clean, Loctite, an oil filter, and a fuel filter. So I already got it jacked up, and now I get to drain the oil out of it. I got the pan under there because it is a constant leak. I'm gonna throw down some of those foam mats over there. Right there, those foam mats, and get myself a little working area here, make it a little more comfortable, and then I'm going to start draining the oil. Jeez, that was on there a little tight. Now, I'm not going for every drop because there's going to be some stuck in the pan still, for sure. But just as long as most of it's out, take the weight off of it. When I go to drop it down, anything to help. You just push in on the metal tab and pull it backwards instead of snapping off the plastic like I had tried to do. Okay. Now that connector's out of there, I'm gonna try to take the cross member off. I don't know if this impact will do it. I might have to get the bigger one. I got the cross member out of the way now, and I'll have to look at the oil pan because these transmission cooler lines seem to be really close. I mean, I don't know where else they could go because they're right against the exhaust here, and I don't think they made them so that they had several bends in them like that. I don't really know, but I'm gonna check out the oil pan, make sure it's actually gonna fit like this, and then clean some of this dirt up so I'm not fighting it when I go to put it back together. Keep fighting the dirt to keep it clean, and then I'm going to drop the oil pan. So I saw in a video that I was watching before I decided to come do this, there's a 15mm bolt right there, and with the shadow of the light, you can't quite see it, but right there it sticks out past the bell housing, and it makes it difficult to install the new oil pan. So people suggest removing it. I don't see any reason to take it all the way out and lose it. I'm just gonna back it out so it's out of the way, but I did think that was a good thought. Now I'm gonna attempt to take these bolts out. Again, the light's being annoying. You can see it better now. All these 10 millimeters they are. I'm going to take all these 10 millimeter bolts out and see if the pan will drop. There are a couple studs there that I guess you have to remove for the PPE oil pan that I bought, but that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. I hope not. I hope everything comes out easy. So here we go. If it doesn't come easy, I'm going to be adding oil to this for a long time because it'll keep leaking. Let me get an extension. So after about an hour of struggling, I finally got all the bolts out of the oil pan. They were all so rusty that they were all like different sizes. I had to use a variety of 9mm, 3/8, 10mm. I think I used an 11/32 for one of them. So if you're gonna do this to a rusty truck, I suggest having two good sets of quarter-inch sockets. I went 1/4" to 3/8 to 1/2 inch because I wanted to use the battery ratchet here, but I mean, you can use a regular ratchet. This is just what I was using. But like I said, a good set of 1/4" sockets that's got all the sizes is definitely something you're going to want to have. But now it's time to drop the pan and I guess see what happens. Assuming there'll still be oil in it, but we get the drain pan still over there on the other side. I don't even know how I'm going to do this yet, so this might be kind of comical. Or it'll go smooth. We'll see. See what I can do. Okay, we got the pan out now, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to. I got a gasket. I don't know if I want to put RTV on or just the gasket. I'm gonna look it up online, see what people suggest, and go from there. But I gotta get it all. I gotta get the surface, the mating surface there, all cleaned up too. I'll probably do that off camera though. So, one thing I didn't do while the pan was in the truck that I probably should have was knock this clip out, and that just slides. Oops, that's gonna be a mess now. Slides right through here on the outside of the pan. And it's much easier to knock out with the pan secured in the truck, because when it's out, you gotta hold the pan. If you get oil in there, it just makes it difficult. So that's something I would definitely do, but again, no problem if you wait till after. It's just a little more difficult. Let's make it easier on myself. 1, 2. Now Now I'm going to take this over and spray it with Brake Clean and get all the oil off of it and make it a little bit nicer to install in the dry oil pan. Another thing I haven't seen mentioned in any videos is if you're reusing the oil level sender, the O-ring on the sender itself sits in this groove right here, and mine looks kind of crappy, so I'm gonna put this new O-ring on it, and because obviously I'm sure 99% of people who are going to swap the oil pan, the goal is to stop the truck from leaking, and if that O-ring doesn't seal, your truck's gonna keep leaking. Maybe it wasn't leaking there before, but I'm sure it'll start leaking there. So. How much oil?
Yeah.
Like
a lot. Or not much.
While it was leaking?
What?
You mean?
How much came out of it? That pan. Is it dark? Is it rusty? Is that why?
Oh yeah, the pan is
leaking.
Rotted. It's leaking.
Okay, so that was definitely a problem.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That's
perfect.
So I got the new oil level sensor in, and I'm gonna put the pan up into place now. I'm trying to use this gasket. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's gonna leak or not, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's full of oil now. Put 11 quarts in because the new pan adds a quart. That's the new pan. You can't really see it because there's no light. New pan is in. I don't see any leaks coming out of it yet. The other one would have already been dripping, so that already tells me that it was definitely the pan that was leaking. And I think all that's left now is to clean up and back the truck out and see what happens. I didn't torque down the pan, I just tightened it up to what I thought was good. It says 10 inch-pounds, and I think I went way more than 10 inch-pounds, so hopefully we're all set. But see if we got oil pressure. Oh, there we go. I was just about to shut it off because I think it was gonna come up, but we had oil pressure. Now I just gotta clean up on my mess. And just clean. So I made it back home. I'm in my driveway right now, but I'm gonna see what this truck can do on the street.
I don't think she liked it.
I don't think so either.
that brake's stuck.
So it's been a few days since I replaced the oil pan, and I haven't actually looked at it today, but it appeared that there was no leaks. It was holding up pretty well. Get under here with this. Dry as a bone. I mean, the cross member is still wet, but that'll be like that for a while. Pan's good. So it looks like we solved our oil leak. The other day I cleaned the inside of this truck. I don't really take too many videos of the inside, what it was before. I wish I did. But I cleaned the whole inside of it. Made it look a lot nicer in here. Looks more like a truck. I still got to do something with the carpet, but it doesn't look as much like a dumpster. Looks more like a truck now, so that's nice. You don't have to take a shower after sitting in the seat here. I mean, obviously I still need to get a new seat, steering wheel, like I said, a new floor mat, or see if I can clean that one. I'm definitely gonna clean this seat, clean the passenger seat. I mean, the cushions are still good. I just want to get some kind of fabric cleaner or something for those. But I would say it came out pretty decent. The only thing that was, I mean, there's spots everywhere. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. And I worked on taking the stickers off. If you looked in the other video, there was a residue from the company stickers that were on the side of this, and I was able to get most of the stuff off. It's still not perfect. There's a little line right there, right on the edge of the sticker, but I mean, you never notice it unless you were looking for it. So I just gotta figure out what I'm doing with the bed. The burnout was a little embarrassing. I thought it was funny though, so I'll keep it in the video. This tire here was really low, so it was probably giving it a little extra traction. The truck doesn't have a ton of power to begin with. I mean, it's got more than a gas truck, but not a ton. So if I was doing something a little different, I might have been able to get a burnout, but I'm not too embarrassed by it because Truckmaster couldn't do a burnout in a stock truck either. So I think next thing on my list is to see if I can get the truck inspected. I gotta put some different tires on it because that spare tire on the passenger side, that's a smaller size than the driver's side, so that probably wasn't helping the burnout situation either. Two different size tires, which I didn't realize until after I had done it. So I gotta swap the tires there, and then I think next step is to take it to the garage, see if they'll put a sticker on it, and we'll go from there. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.